What's up, y'all? This your boy Philip. Wanted to talk with you a little bit about the in-season basketball tournament. Man, I'm so impressed with how it turned out for the first year. Obviously, playing overseas, we did in-season tournaments, so I'm pretty used to it. But bringing it over to the NBA was worthwhile. The goal of the NBA doing this was to add more value and more competition to those earlier games, get more fans engaged. And I think they were a huge success. Obviously, there was $500,000 on the table for the winner. I think like 200K for second place and maybe 100K for third place. So that was obviously a motivating factor for some of the players, especially those young guys like on the Indiana team. They had a lot of guys that weren't making that much. So a couple hundred extra grand in their paycheck goes a long way there for sure. But as far as the competition, man, we saw some fights. We saw people getting ejected. We saw the NBA playoff intensity in the last couple of rounds there, especially in the championship game. That was a great championship game. You can't tell me that a December game with the Lakers and the Pacers was going to be that exciting if it wasn't for the in-season tournament. So very good that those teams came out and played. Obviously, LeBron was kind of spearheading this from the beginning. He was all on board with everything, and so that kind of trickled through the rest of his team and then throughout the league as well. Let's talk about the courts a little bit. The courts. Some of the courts were fire, and then some, were not fire, of course. So let me know in the comments what you think the best court situation was there. But let's get to the winners. Obviously, the Lakers won. They beat the Indiana Pacers. Like I said, it was a great game. LeBron James does win the first MVP of that game as well. It's like he said, records are meant to be broken, but you can't ever take away from them that they won the first one. I, for one, was glad that he won it. Obviously, you never know how many more years he has left. But it was just cool to see him win, see them celebrate. People were saying that, the in-season tournament is not a real championship. I won a couple of cups overseas, as I said. It's always exciting to win those in-season tournaments. They're really fun. I had a great time overseas playing in them. They do count. These were actual regular season games. These are like regular season games that counted. So it was pretty cool that they counted for their record, but also it went towards the tournament. I know overseas we didn't do it like that. They were in addition to our normal season, and not every team made it to those cup games. So, but overall, in the end, the in-season tournament was a success. I look forward to this many years from now when, the fans get more on board and get more engaged. But from what I saw with everybody in Vegas, they were pretty excited to come in there and see that championship intensity this early in the year. So as a whole, this was a win for the NBA. They did what they wanted to do. They got some excitement into these early season games. People were definitely paying attention. So looking forward to building on this first year and seeing this, like I said, continue throughout the rest of the NBA history.